I'm Lisa from theScore eSports, and I'm here with Renegades Manager Leonyx. You're in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, man?
Kind of just representing the Renegades and also kind of enjoying the games. So.
You're like, if we're not playing here, I gotta be here to represent.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. I had to I'm out here just enjoying the games pretty much and enjoying it.
Where's the rest of the team? What has the team been doing in the off season?
Right now, all of the team from the Renegades is kind of just going back home, chilling with their families, and living it up for right now, and kind of waiting for the next split.
They're all just hanging out.
Yeah. They're all back into their different countries that they come from, so waiting on their return.
So I wanted to look back on this season, and from a manager's perspective, what do you think were the hardest challenges that you had this split?
So there was a lot of factors that came into play during our split, and there's a lot of obvious ones, and we faced a domino effect for our team. We lost 2 members, and then we had to make a controversial trade, and it turned out pretty good in the end. We actually won 8 of the 9 games that we played at the end, so that's an incredible record for us, and just trying to face that domino effect it's really tough, and the format change of only 18 games makes it really difficult. And now, for me personally, now I really do value every single game and win, and taking every loss too. So that's a learning curve for me.
I think you guys, the Renegades, probably went through the most roster changes this split. So how did all the roster shifts affect the team dynamic, or just maybe practice? Because it must be so difficult.
So we were dealing with that domino effect before, and we felt that we were coming off of that when we were playing Immortals, and we had Weldon come in, our sports psychologist, and take care of us. And then when it got closer and closer to the deadline of a roster lock, I think that was back on April 1st, we had to make a really difficult decision on whether or not we should pick up Ninja and Seraph and make that business deal. And then it's oh, well, do we throw away what Weldon kind of taught us as a team, or do we go with something more of a safe business decision? We went with that safe business decision, and we also applied whatever, what we were taught from Weldon, and that's our result from now, and we're actually pretty good, so.
Yeah, I actually really wanted to know, since Seraph and Ninja has joined the team, how has that changed the dynamic? Because I hear they're quite interesting characters.
Yeah, so actually Ninja isn't really integrated into the Western culture. So the only influence he really has is Freeze. So he takes a lot of Freeze's characteristics. And Seraph, he's already an NA resident, and he's a really smart guy, and he essentially came into the game and essentially led our team to victory because he's just a really smart macro player. And he was able to kind of guide our players, watching our previous games, it's kind of like chickens running around with their heads cut off. But he was able to guide it, and he was essentially, if I had to make an analogy, he's the high of our team. So.
And from your perspective as a manager, you've watched the team grow and went through so many changes. So with these players, what do you think was the biggest growth or change that they had over the split?
I think really getting into it, working as a one team cohesive unit, and after going through all the exercises and kind of team bonding and just kind of getting in there and really respecting one another and working on that one cohesive unit, once we figured that out, we just kind of steamrolled over other teams, and we found our calling.
And the promotion tournament, you guys had a great performance. So with that, and qualifying obviously for the LCS next season, how strong do you think this roster will be next split?
If we are able to keep Ninja and Seraph, I guarantee top 2. Everyone kind of puts us down, and after seeing the scrim results compared to our previous team, it's been a wonder. We're taking games off Immortals, something that I probably would have never imagined at the beginning of the season, and we're kind of just kind of on this crazy, ridiculous graph up on the charts, and I'm really proud of the guys and what they kind of overcome on their obstacles and their personal things. But once that happened, I can definitely see it being a world's contending team. little hiccups here and there, but I think that's something that we can actually improve over in the next couple months.
That's really great to hear. And now I just wanted to get your thoughts on the NA LCS Finals that just wrapped up. CLG took the win in an intense 3-2 series. Who were you supporting, by the way?
Oh, I called COG like right away. Actually, I was kind of walking around the venue with the Renegades jacket on just to make sure that like I wasn't like showing like the whole, like the representing like why I got into esports. So
So on the outside you're Renegades, but on the inside you're CLG.
always COG diehard fan. So.
All right, thank you so much for this interview. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to check out the rest of our stuff on our channel.